All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, and unfortunately, you just missed a stellar goal from Aiden Dunphy. So the South Carolina Gamecocks lead 3-2 here in the second period, 18:05 on the clock. Not even done with the penalties from the fighting at the end of the first period. So we still got some boys in the box, but South Carolina coming out hot in this second period. They take a 3-2 lead. Quinn, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I'm glad that the folks at home can finally see it too.
I'm so glad. Folks, I'm sorry you had to see that. It is now 3-2. What a game we are witnessing right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, we saw a comeback from both sides last night. South Carolina went down early, clawed back. UNC scored in the third period, sent it to overtime, and the Gamecocks won it. Here we're seeing kind of the same thing. South Carolina trailed 2-0 at the start of the game. They scored 3 straight, and it has still just been physical, chippy, a lot of violence from both sides as Ma works his way behind the net. Takes his time with it, trying to slow it down. He's got Finelli working his way in. Finelli with a nice play, able to knock it loose for a moment, but Ma finally clears it out of the UNC zone. That was Jeremiah Campbell who had it for a moment, lost it. And also something we haven't mentioned yet, or here as Ma gets it here, I'll talk about that in a moment. Ma with a centering pass in front of the net. That goes just wide. Just trying to throw it in front. Somehow Ma winds up with it, goes all the way around. He rips a shot off the pad of Tyler Tamoyan. Gamecocks get the rebound. He's got a man up the ice, but will take his time with it, working his way in. Poke checked away. That was Van Molen who had it. And now good defensive play there for the Tar Heels. Ma to Cobber. Trying to hit Grady there. Grady can't get it. Cobber will go get it. Backhand pass into the offensive zone of the Gamecocks, but Tamoyan will scoop it up and call the play dead. But as I was trying to say before action got exciting, unfortunately, Carson Stickley for the South Carolina Gamecocks is going to be out for the remainder of the game with an apparent injury. I didn't quite see what happened and how he got hurt, but we heard it in the tunnel in between periods, and that's a big loss for the Gamecocks.
And Calvin, just to give some props here, Tyler Tamoyan, 5-2-1 record, 8.893 save percentage. I know he's giving up the 2 goals today, but I'm honestly seeing some really great stuff from him so far. I really like what I'm seeing.
And yeah, the 2 goals just came in an unfortunate 2-minute stint, and other than that, he's looked stellar in between the posts for the Gamecocks. And you know, he really is just such an important member of this team. You know, the senior last season playing with this squad, and we're gonna have to see Mason Shea, really step up next season when Tamoyan goes off for better things. Now the Gamecocks rip a shot. That's loose in front of the net. Reed tried to get it. Kai Bonsukin comes in, grabs it. He loses it. UNC and Bonsukin fighting for it in the corner. Pushkar comes away with it. Pushkar finds his man at the blue line. He rips a nice shot off the blocker of Andreev, and a big hit there in the corner from Pushkar. Bonsukin rips a shot. It finds its way just wide of the net, off the backboards. Feeds a man on cross, flat pass, save, rebound, cleared by UNC into the Carolina bench. And so they will regroup with the face-off on that side.
They trying to take someone out on the bench? This is the second time they've been aimed at the bench this game.
Yeah, no, that was an aggressive rip there too. But Carson Scove with some good action there offensively for the Gamecocks. They have a minute 22 on the power play, still 5-on-4. I didn't even see a penalty happen. So 16:26 remaining in the second period, a 1-goal lead for the Gamecocks. Here's Colin Reed, backhand pass, top of the blue line. Tommy Marvin. Marvin fakes the shot, keeps it, feeds his man across. Bonsukin, flat pass broken up by the Tar Heels. Colin Reed fighting for it behind the net, and it finds its way out of play, and we'll get another deep face-off. You know, third power play of the night for South Carolina, and this has definitely been their most productive so far, just considering that UNC hasn't been in the Gamecocks' offensive zone yet. So definitely their most productive stint so far this game, and you know, scoring 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of the period to retake the lead. Colin Reed to Pushkar, trying to feed in front, but a great play there by O'Shaughnessy. Getting down, blocking that pass, but Pushkar has it in the corner. He has Marvin. Marvin to Scove. Scove rips a shot, and it's covered by Andreev. Great setup there by Scove. He just hit the logo right in the center of Andreev's chest, and he was able to hold on to that. We'll get another deep face-off. 52 seconds on this power play, but South Carolina have been very productive on it so far. Enzo Finelli taking the face-off. O'Shaughnessy for UNC. He gets a little too eager. Finelli wins the faceoff. Dunphy with it. Dunphy finds Riccitelli. Riccitelli's going to rip a shot. That blocked in front. Too much traffic. Finelli able to keep it in for a moment, but now an opportunity for UNC, and quickly broken up there. And now here, I believe it's Finelli on the far side. Oh, no, sorry, that's Carson Stickley, who is back in the game. So whatever we heard was incorrect. As Riccitelli loses possession. And Pye working his way in for UNC. Yeah, so I'm not sure. We saw Stickley. We saw Stickley get injured. Went to the bathroom and came back up, and he was on the stairs looking pretty down. But here he is back in the game, so I'm not sure what that's about. Glad he's okay, though. Very important member of this team as Finelli fighting for it in the corner, and a big hit from Van Molen. Keeps possession South Carolina's way. He has Riccitelli, but he loses it. And now O'Shaughnessy gets a man off the bench. Open opportunity for UNC. One-on-one, and a great save by Tyler Tamoyan.
What a save by Tamoyan.
Yeah, no, just scooped it up with the stick and kind of knocked it out. That was Cam Gianek in one-on-one with him. And he is just red hot right now. And something we see with him so often is when he's playing well, he gets red hot and he stays red hot. But now an opportunity here. Great save by Tamoyan once again, and it just trickles in. A bad bounce for South Carolina. And that's not even on Tamoyan at all. Just really unfortunate series of events. And just like that, UNC ties it up off a bad bounce. It was Evan Gutman who will get credited with the goal. And we have an even hockey game here at 3-3 with 14:35. Maybe you could call that announcer's jinx because we were hyping up Tamoyan a little too much. But I think it was just a bad bounce. So that's not on Tamoyan at all. And it looked like one of the Carolina players got pushed into Tamoyan, so he wasn't able to recover and get in front of the net. So really just an unfortunate series of events for the Gamecocks. Fortunate series of events for UNC, and we are all tied up at 3 apiece. And UNC trying to get one right back again, but South Carolina with a steal, as here's a shot there. Blocked by the UNC defender. That was Pye. Good pressure from the Gamecocks in that corner. This game hasn't gotten any less physical, folks. They just keep battling, especially in these corners, fighting for the puck. And that was Matteo Marchesi who couldn't keep it in the offensive zone, so the Gamecocks will have to regroup, get back on sides. But a good feed here. He lost it. That was Seamus Murphy. Had it for a moment, tried to work his way towards the net. Lost possession. It's going to go all the way back. Marchesi will have to grab it. Somehow Mott comes away with it. Rips a shot, saved by Tamoyan off the left leg pad there. So another impressive save. And just continues to be helping out this team as we are going to get the play blown dead. I'm not quite sure what they see here. Do we have yet another penalty? Let's see what the call is. We have some clapping in the stands. Who is this going to be in favor of? Not quite sure. No one's heading in the box, so I think maybe it found its way out of play, just didn't quite see it, but we're going to have a face-off there. South Carolina wins it. And they will try and go back to work offensively. A good pass to reverse the ice. Works his way in. Shot knocked down with some anger by Andreev. It stayed there, but cleared quickly by the UNC defense. And now a 2-on-1 opportunity if they can get to it. But they are going to call icing. And oh!
Whoa!
What is that?
Whoa!
An icing call there, very clearly blown dead. And a late hit to the Gamecock on the board. I couldn't see who it was. And, I mean, yeah, these boys just don't like each other. They don't like each other, Quinn. It's so obvious. And listen, it makes for more entertaining hockey for us.
Does.
It makes it for a more aggressive game from them. And this has just been so entertaining so far. We have 13-10 left in this period. And, yeah, I mean, that's a clear penalty.
Look, clearly these two teams have come to entertain, and they have not disappointed so far.
Absolutely. So Owen Kenny's heading to the box for a late hit. I think it might have been on Garrett Albers. I'm not quite sure. And so now UNC having some discussion with the referees, and South Carolina is going to get their 4th power play of the game. Maybe they can capitalize on this one, Quinn. They're 0 for 3 so far tonight. But as we were saying, this last power play that they just had was by far their most productive of the game.
Absolutely.
You know, kept possession in North Carolina zone for 90% of it as they win the opening face-off. Kai Bonsukin at the blue line finds Marvin. Marvin getting heavily pressured, just dumps it into the corner for Skove. Reed has it. He finds Skove. Skove with nobody on him. Hits Marvin at the blue line, kicks off his stick and out of the offensive zone, so they will have to regroup, get back on sides. Good feed to Bonsukin. He sends it in for Colin Reed, fighting for it behind the net. Reed, backhand pass to Bonsukin. Off the boards. Now for Reed. Reed rips a shot and a good save by Andreev. I don't know how he got that one off with a Tar Heel right in front of him. Pushkar. Playing back and forth with Reed, and now we'll go to Bonsukin. Reed in the corner. Conservative defense here from UNC, not trying to pressure whoever has the puck, and now they will. Bonsukin able to keep it in. Reed with a nice move, finds Marvin. Marvin rips a shot and it goes just wide. Bonsukin able to keep it in. Feeds Reed in the corner. Reed to Pushkar behind the net, under a minute remaining on the power play. Pushkar to Reed. Reed loses it. Skove now to Marvin. Marvin had a man across for a moment. He's going to hit it. Bonsukin works his way in. Bonsukin with a send in front. Pushkar grabs it off the board. Now to Marvin. Marvin works his way. Backhand pass. Skove in front. Nobody's home. Gamecocks able to keep it in. 30 seconds remaining. Bonsukin to Skove. Skove rips a shot. Blocker save. Rebound goes back to Skove. He works his way around. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Carson Skove over to his man. And now Reed couldn't grab it. UNC gets possession. Now O'Shaughnessy works his way down the ice for UNC. O'Shaughnessy tries to rip a shot. He loses possession. Gets flipped in the air somehow. Bonsukin will just send it all the way back into the UNC territory. Off the glass. 2 seconds remaining on the power play. And Tyler Tamoyan will just cover that one up with 11:09 remaining in the period. Man, that was an exciting power play, but South Carolina just couldn't get it in the net.
Calvin, that's 0 for 4 on power plays so far, but I feel that each time they've gotten way more and more aggressive. I just feel like this position right here, there's some really aggressive shots. There's been a lot of action. So I feel like each time they're honestly just getting better. Let's see, fifth time, let's see if they can capitalize that fifth time if they get it.
Yeah, maybe fifth time's the charm for them, as you're saying. Like they really have just looked better each power play. Some really good passing on that sequence there as Richatelli gets the face off. Loses possession at center ice, now quickly regained, and an opportunity here is Van Molen. Van Molen rips a shot, save in front of the net. It's still there, and UNC will come in and scoop it up. A great defensive effort. Now Grady trying to battle his way towards the net. Just backhand send behind it. Ripped towards the net. Tamoyan had it for a moment. It's still loose in front. Dunphy comes in trying to get it out. But the Tar Heels keep the foot on the gas, and some great pressure here from Nick Ringa. Backhand shot, still loose in front of that. Tamoyan flopping around like a fish. He's able to get up finally as South Carolina works their way in offensively, and they're going to call offsides. I think Finelli was looking for a change and wasn't sure if he was on sides. Dunphy getting a little... Oh, a big hit on Aiden Dunphy. And now we got a full-out fight going on in that far corner. I mean,
I was about to say, the ref had to step in there because we knew it was going to happen.
Dunphy was getting chirpy with the ref, and then somebody for UNC came in and laid a big hit. But on the onsides there, they're actually going to get Carson Stickley for something. They're going to send him to the box.
Now, one thing's for certain, these boys are not playing in no way.
No, yeah, they came here, they meant business, and they have been just battling this game. So Gringa and Stickley will head to the box for UNC in South Carolina. And so Richatelli will head into the box as well. So I'm not sure if they're going to call a penalty and get a power play for the Tar Heels here, or are they going to go 4-on-3? Let's see what they end up doing. Pushkar in conversation with the refs as well as O'Shaughnessy. So let's see what conclusion they come to here. 10:16 remaining in the second period. Not even halfway through, and it has been an eventful one, Quinn. Our tech completely went kapooey. finally got it up. The Gamecocks scored 2 goals. We've been seeing a lot of fights, so it's just been an eventful 10 minutes here, but
Wild,
it's been an
Calvin.
exciting one
Just
for
wild.
sure. All right, let's see what the call is here. Pushkar is going to skate away. Ref's explaining it to O'Shaughnessy. And, yeah, no, I'm not sure what conclusion they're going to come to here. As I said, Riccitelli and Stickley found their way into the box for the Gamecocks, while Gringa found his way into the box for UNC. All right, let's see what we got here. Referee's finally going to make a call.
What a sequence. The ref comes to break it up, and they immediately shove each other. Like, this might be a business trip, but this is personal right here.
Yeah, it really has grown personal as we see a decent attempt at a beer tower down here near our side. As I was saying earlier, pretty good turnout for a Saturday. I'm sure a lot of fans are at home crying their eyes out because of the Gamecock football game. And but that's all I'm going to mention on that because I don't want to talk about it. All right, so it's still going to be 5-on-5. No power play for either side. Pushkar and O'Shaughnessy in the face-off there for both sides. UNC wins it, but immediately give it right to the Gamecocks. And that was Matteo Marchesi who wound up with it. UNC gets possession back. Good pass off the boards to Zukowski. O'Shaughnessy with a bit of a spinorama, but he can't find his man. Pushkar just hacks the stick at the puck, trying to keep possession South Carolina's way, but it will go to North Carolina as O'Shaughnessy works his way in. Nice move there by him. Feed in front, and the shot goes just wide. A golden opportunity for Adam Zukowski. I don't know if Tamoyan got his pad on it or if he just shanked the shot, but a big chance there for UNC to take the lead. They don't capitalize. O'Shaughnessy with it. He finds Ma. Ma heading his way back into the offensive zone. He finds his man, O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy rips a shot and a great glove save by Tyler Tamoyan. And he had to lay out for that one. You saw him reach out pretty good and far, but those saves are the ones that feel the best for a goalie, just reaching out, you know, back in my Pee-wee days, in my high school days. So a great save there from Tyler Tamoyan. Keeps this a 3-3 game. Now deep face-off won by UNC. They try and rip a shot towards the net. It goes behind and all the way around back to the top of the blue line. And it finds its way out of the zone, so Ensbakic fighting for it for UNC. They lose possession. South Carolina regains it. They chip it into the offensive zone and just say, go fetch, Van Molen. So he's down there for them, and now an opportunity here, trying to rip a shot in front. He just lost the puck. It was Savario Marcella.
That looked dangerous right there, Calvin. If
Yeah.
he didn't lose it.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a great opportunity. He had an open lane there, just him and the goalie, but
There have just been some golden opportunities so far.
yeah, that really has been the name of this game, just golden opportunities that haven't been hit, and that's why it's still a 3-3 game here. But South Carolina trying to get some more pressure offensively. No icing call there. And Clavin gets it caught up in the feet of the ref, so that's an unfortunate series. As Clavin's just going down and fighting
He's skating all the way to
Tar
the
Heel
goal.
there. But now here's Tommy Marvin, who has Clavin down the ice. Marvin's just going to do it himself. Tommy Marvin with a nice move. Marvin rips a shot, and it goes just wide. That was a one-man show right there. Tommy Marvin, the shot goes just wide of the net. I think Andreev would have been there either way, but still a good play from Tommy Marvin. One of the best skaters on this team.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, Marvin, one of the best skaters on this team, and honestly, one of the most active players right now in this game.
Yeah, no, I've been saying his name a lot, you know, and something that UNC does really well is use their defensemen offensively, and Marvin is definitely an offensive-minded defenseman. As we see him getting in some traffic there. Zajic lost his stick, so he tries to get it with his feet. Good shot there. Nice save there. That was Will Hilton. Tamoyan with yet another save. Pass off the boards. 7:06 remaining in this period. Will Hilton with it. Pressured by two Gamecocks. Pass off the boards. It's going to go back to Tommy Marvin. Marvin lost possession. It almost trickles through the feet of the Gamecock defenseman. But now working their way in offensively, Andreev kicks that one wide. 6:45 remaining in this period. So we got Aiden Dunphy at the blue line. He just sends it back in for Scove, but a bad bounce gets away from him. And it will trickle all the way back towards Tomoyan. Dunphy gets there. Zajic down there for UNC. Finelli with it. Just flips it up the ice, and now Kai Bonsukin, but quickly broken up by Smith for UNC. A great defensive effort. An opportunity for them there, blown up by Finelli, who was able to regain possession for South Carolina. No icing on that play, and now they will call icing. So just a delayed call. Made me sound like an idiot. But it's all right. We still tied 3-3. It's been exciting. It was an exciting first 10 minutes, and these past few have been fairly tame, I suppose. But, I mean, you're just seeing, even when there's a play with the puck not involved, I mean, you're seeing Clavin just jump on top of a Tar Heel, punching him on the ground, trying to keep him on the ground with the ref right there. Like, these guys are just angry, and they're playing like it. That's the best way to play hockey. Here's Finelli. Gives it up to Ma. And it's going to be sent into UNC's corner. And oh, another big hit. And we're going to get some more pushing and shoving. You want again? Oh my!
You want another fight?
gracious
You
me,
got
oh
it.
my. Yeah, I mean, I might as well just pay for a boxing match. That was Owen Noonan who got shoved to the ice, and he got in his face. Exchanged some choice words that I'm sure I can't repeat on this broadcast.
I mean, you said it, Beck. These boys are angry.
Yeah.
They're playing. They're playing like it.
And now Florian Zajic will head to the box. Penalty for UNC. It's just, it gets to a point where I don't care how much you hate the other team, you are giving your team a disadvantage by allowing this many penalties, this many visits to the box. And so right now,
especially at this point in the game, because any point in this game now could be the turning point.
Exactly. This late in the game, and that's going to be another power play for the Gamecocks. They're fifth on the night. We're saying they've improved every power play they've had so far this game, and maybe fifth time's the charm, Quinn.
Let's see. Fifth time's the charm.
It's very possible. 2-minute power play, courtesy of Zajic's tomfoolery. And we have the power play unit out there. Pushkar, Skov, Reed, Marvin, and Bonsukin. South Carolina wins the face-off. Pushkar finds Marvin. Marvin, patient, feeds Pushkar, but a good defensive play by O'Shaughnessy, and he sends it all the way back to Tomoyan. And the UNC bench getting loud for that play. Good effort by O'Shaughnessy, and he's been just a staple for this squad tonight. He's a leader for this UNC team. As he lays a big hit on Bonsukin on the boards there. Pushkar fighting for it. Skov will have to go all the way around as the referee takes a tumble and a big hit on O'Shaughnessy, and they got to check on him. He might be out.
And they're getting chippy again.
They're fighting over him right now. He's still on the ground, and he just skates away. And that's the captain of this team. He can't be acting with this level of immaturity, as they're going to get a penalty on the Gamecocks now, so that power play is short-lived. Carson Skov heads to the box. O'Shaughnessy heads to the bench after taking that big hit. And we're going to get a minute 27 of 4-on-4 before UNC is going to get their first power play of the day. For, if I'm doing my math correctly, 33 seconds. So yeah, only 33 seconds of power play for the Gamecocks. And honestly, it wasn't even their worst one on the day, Quinn, so can't be too mad.
Honestly, it wasn't. And they've had 5. This is UNC's first. Let's see if they can capitalize on the first.
Yeah, so 4-on-4 for a minute 27 here. South Carolina wins the face-off in their own zone. As that was Marvin finding his man on the outside. Pushkar just sends it up the ice. Colin Reed trying to go get it. Marvin was with a good back check there, able to stay in front of the offenseman, skating his way in, lost the puck for a moment, keeps possession, and now we'll just send it behind the net all the way around. Pushkar going to get it. 55 seconds left on 4-on-4, and the good thing about 4-on-4 is you just have more room to skate, and South Carolina's got some good skaters out here, so they have some room to work here. as Marvin feeds Pushkar. Pushkar stops, turns, slows it down, finds his man. He's got Bonsukin all the way across the ice, and Bonsukin just can't get a good stick on it.
That was looking like a golden opportunity to me right there, Calvin.
Yeah, if that was a lefty, I think that would have been a goal. Just Bonsukin couldn't keep possession of the ice as Reed is knocked down to the ice. Cambage with a nice defensive play. And now UNC will go to work offensively. 19 seconds left on 4-on-4. Tamoyan, I'm not sure if he got a piece of it, but it found its way out of play. 17 seconds left until a UNC power play. Pretty back and forth in this sequence. Not a lot of advantage either way. Some good shots from both sides, some good chances, but you know that opportunity with Bonsukin there, like I said, if that was a lefty who could get a stick on it, I think that would have been a goal because I did not see Andreev making his way all the way across the net to save that one.
I would love to see more aggression from South Carolina right now. As we said, they've been progressively getting more aggressive each time. I would love to see the maximum amount and hopefully coming away with that capitalization.
And they're going to have to be worried about a penalty kill here, though, in 10 seconds as UNC having a picnic in their offensive zone right now, but South Carolina finally able to clear it. And now here's a chance for Van Molen. He lost the puck. It's going to go back to South Carolina. They have 27 seconds of penalty kill. Riccitelli's just going to flip it behind the net. A great play by him. UNC with a man advantage for 20 seconds. It's the captain, O'Shaughnessy. Had a lane on the outside. He's just going to take what South Carolina's given him. Lost possession of the puck, and it's going to trickle all the way back to Andreev. So for 33 seconds, South Carolina shows that their penalty kill is doing pretty good so far today. Only 33 seconds of it. And with just over 3 minutes remaining in this period, I'm curious to see how much pressure both these teams try and put on here as UNC works their way into the offensive zone. A pass in front, saved by Tamoyan.
Great save by Tamoyan.
Stuck his arm out, got it with the blocker. UNC keeps possession in South Carolina zone. Drop pass taken away and broken up by Matthew Baxter. And Baxter will just flip it into the other end. And now we're going to get another call on the ice because why not? Let's see what it is. I think they're going to get a hook. I didn't see who he called it on. All right, yeah, it's going to be a hook on South Carolina. Matthew Winkleblack head into the box. And they had a good penalty kill for 33 seconds. Now they're going to need a good penalty kill for 2 minutes. UNC's first true power play on the day. And when this expires, there'll be 49 seconds left in the period. So a good opportunity for UNC to get a momentum boost right before the end of the period heading into the third. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. South Carolina wins the faceoff. We got tangled up. And now UNC with it. It's Ma, finds his man across. Back to Ma at the blue line. Works his way in. Ma, open man across. Back to Ma. Really running point guard right here for UNC on this power play. And now a feed across. Can't find his man. Grady. High pass got booted by a stick of a Gamecock, but working his way in behind the net. Good passing here from UNC, but South Carolina really not letting up any open shots, but they let one up there as Grady with a shot. The puck is still loose in front of the net. Tamoyan trying to scoop it up and finally cleared by the South Carolina defense. Great heads-up play there by Tyler Tamoyan. Didn't get a feel for the puck. Stayed true, stayed tall, and then finally cleared. I couldn't see who got it out, but great defense there by the Gamecocks. Grady with a nice shot, and now the Ice Monster just took Cambage out. And a good play there by Carson Scove to steal it. But unfortunately, George Clavin was offsides. And I think maybe something wrong with the skate of Javier Cambage.
Yeah, the Ice Monster got him right there, didn't he?
Yeah, literally. It took him right down. So a minute 40 remaining in the period. 51 seconds left on the power play. South Carolina been doing a decent penalty kill here. I was confused for a second. They had 5 skaters out on the ice, but now Jeremiah Campbell will head back to the bench. The Gamecocks don't win the face-off, but able to get it into UNC's corner behind the net. A minute 30 remaining in the period. Hilton finds his man on the outside. It's O'Shaughnessy. Poke checked away by the Gamecock defense. And some really nice pressure here by Savario Marcella. Clavin fighting for it on the far side, right in front of the Gamecock bench. Clavin able to get possession. He'll just chip it into the zone. 20 seconds remaining on this power play. And Clavin's just doing it all in this UNC zone. They're finally able to get it out. He's still putting pressure on them, though. Wow, what an effort it's been from George Clavin. An opportunity in front, saved by Tyler Tamoyan. Hit off the boards, still onside. South Carolina can't clear it. O'Shaughnessy with opportunity. Open man across, can't get a good stick on it. We're back to 5-on-5, under a minute remaining in the period. Let me take a breath for a second. As UNC has control behind the net. But Pushkar finds a way to get it. Has Riccitelli across. Now Riccitelli with some ice ahead of him. He stops, rips a shot. Nice save there by Andreev. Riccitelli takes a big hit off the boards, and they're not even playing for the puck at this point. Pushkar able to keep it right there, feeds it across, and a smart heads-up play, seeing his man off sides as can't see who that was. Savario Marcella fell into the bench with 8.2 seconds remaining.
Calvin, what a crazy thing as we just saw. Tyler Tamoyan, these amazing heads-up saves. I mean, we're just in for a great one right now.
Yeah, it's been a super entertaining game so far. Tyler Tamoyan with another stellar save, and really just been locked down for the South Carolina team in between the posts tonight. As we got 8 seconds left, face-off won by the Gamecocks. Marvin with it. Just chips it off the boards. Taken away by UNC, and that is going to do it for the second period. We missed most of the action at the start with some technical difficulties. The Gamecocks score 2 to take a 3-2 lead. UNC evens it up after a lucky bounce, finds its way into the net. But we're even up at 3-3, and we're set for a great third period here, Quinn.
We are, Calvin.
And it's been a super exciting game. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. We'll be back in 20 minutes for some third period action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. We have a great game so far, tied 3-3, and we are set for a very chippy end to this game here, Quinn. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm ready. This game has been nothing short of entertaining. We're in for a good one with this third period right here.
Carson Scove taking the face off for South Carolina, but O'Shaughnessy wins it for UNC. It'll go all the way back to Issa Mansour, who just irked a lot of fans the wrong way when he came in and knocked over the beer tower heading in from the tunnel. So he's got a bounty on his head right now from these angry Gamecock fans as he misses that one at the blue line, lets it trickle all the way back for an icing.
The fans definitely had a thing or two to say to him.
And that's an impressive beer tower they got going on right there. I mean, that's impressive. You know, what you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 rows, 6 or 7 rows.
6 or 7 rows.
And so, but now a deep face-off after the icing. Mansour, one of the goal scorers last night for UNC in their 4-3 defeat at the Charlotte Knights Baseball Stadium. You know, shout out to our man Austin McConnell who went out there, got to commentate for ESPN Plus. That's pretty darn cool. Now O'Shaughnessy taking the face off. Yeah, they are giving this kid the business.
Chirping.
Riccitelli wins the face off for the Gamecocks, and a great pass up the ice there. Found his man Matthew Baxter. Baxter trying to send it in front. Reed will go get it, fighting with O'Shaughnessy. Reed comes away with it. Finds his man at the blue line, Riccitelli. Baxter. Sorry, Baxter. Got 2 names mixed up there. Baxter fighting for it in the corner. Had an opportunity in front, couldn't quite execute. UNC has possession for a moment, heavily pressured by this South Carolina front. And now it'll go back to Aiden Dunphy, who will try and regroup 1 minute into the period. Dunphy has his way in, has a lane, found it. Dunphy loses possession. Good defensive there by Mansour. Pushkar, center ice. Or sorry, that is Pushkar. He'll send it all the way into the far corner. And it's Owen Newnham in there for the Gamecocks. He can't get it. It'll go around. Pushkar sends it back towards Newnham, but taken away by UNC. It's Mansour again. South Carolina with a takeaway. He has Bonsukin, but Van Molen, sorry, that was Finelli that just got in the way. That we're going to get a call here on the ice. I thought we had a delayed penalty. They're going to waive that off. So now UNC with offensive possession here. An opportunity to take the lead with a goal here. Zajic in the corner. He lost it, able to regain possession. Rips a shot in front, and it doinks off the post. And there goes the beer tower once again. There it goes again. It has been a bad 10 minutes for this beer tower, and these fans are very disappointed. Carver with it, he lost it. Go to the blue line for Zajic. Zajic rips a wrist shot off the pad of Tomoyan. Finelli with it for a moment. He lost possession. Good defense there. And now UNC with an opportunity. A good pass in front and a great no call by the referee. It looked like it could have been a trip, but I don't think the Gamecocks got their stick in there just enough for it to be a call. Finelli drop pass. Quickly broken up by UNC. And they are playing some aggressive defense, swarming whoever has the puck. We're going to get an offsides. And a stoppage here with 17:07 remaining in this third period. In a game like this, I feel like they used a lot of their energy in the first 2 periods, and we kind of started to see it wind down towards the end. I feel like play's been a bit more sloppy. Not as much edge, I guess, is the word I'm looking for here from either of these sides. It'll go back to Tomoyan. He'll leave it for his man. South Carolina trying to work their way up the ice. George Clavin with chase, but they're going to call an icing there. It's going to head back South Carolina's way. But some good defense there by Jeremiah Campbell, who took the pass from Tomoyan and was able to clear it out of their offensive zone, but just a bit too much oomph on that one. It's going to be an icing.
Now, Calvin, what are you looking to see from these 2 teams that you have not yet seen so much of in these past 2 periods?
I mean, UNC's defense has been really, really good. I think they're outplaying South Carolina right now, swarming this puck like crazy. The Gamecocks, I want them to just rip more shots at net. They keep trying to set up the perfect pass, but I think if they just keep shot chucking, and one will find its way in.
Absolutely. I'm looking to see them take advantage of those golden opportunity moments they've been having.
Good job keeping it in, but now it's finally knocked off sides, but Pye works his way in. Pye with some nice, nice skating, but a big hit there from Jeremiah Campbell.
And he got sandwiched on that one.
Yeah, no, really got pinched in the middle right there. Had an open shot if he was able to get through, but just couldn't. Good defense by the Gamecocks. We're going to get an icing call here. Gamecock bench, not a fan of that one, I don't think. They're angry about something. They're pointing at something. Not quite sure what. I think we're going to get a face-off here at center ice. I don't know what the call was there. Not quite sure. We have a center face-off here with 16:16 remaining in the period. As there's Stickley with a nice play. Able to get it in UNC zone. They have it in their own corner. Swarmed by the Gamecock offensive line. And now ripping a shot is DuBois. That gets deflected off a stick. Still in play in the far corner. Working his way with it was Matthew Winklebleck. And we're going to get another penalty. This one might be on the Gamecocks here, as we have, I think that's a Tar Heel down on the ice.
It is a Tar Heel.
And we're going to have the athletic trainer come out for UNC. Not sure what happened there, just got a bit sandwiched. And slow to get up, but he did get up. Checking with the trainer, he seems to be good, but
yeah, he looks to
working his way back towards the bench. I don't blame him after that one. So we got a call from the ref. I'm not sure if it's going to be a penalty in a power play for UNC, because I think if there is a penalty there, it's got to be on the Gamecocks, considering what the post play looked like, but it's not looking like there's going to be one, so not sure why they blew that one dead. Deep face-off for South Carolina, too. Oh, okay, it was a penalty on UNC somehow. So a power play for the Gamecocks. They're 6th of the night. Can they take advantage here and knock in a goal that would give them the lead almost a quarter of the way through the third and final period? UNC with a quick clear, but South Carolina with room to work as Bonsukin feeds his man across, Pushkar off his stick and out of play. 15 seconds drained on this power play. I really want to see what happened in that corner. It looks like it's number 6, Evan Gutman, in the box for UNC right now. I think he was the guy that was down on the ice, so whatever he did was painful in more ways than one, both physically and emotionally, as he now gets to sit in the sin bin for a little bit. South Carolina wins the face-off for a moment. Now Bonsukin will just flick it into the offensive zone. Scove with a nice push with his back. Dunphy fighting for it. Scove, Marvin. Scove works his way in. Pass in front. Trying to set up the wraparound feed in front, and a great save there by Andre, but still loose. Marvin heads in, feed across for an open man. They score! Kai Bonsukin from Tommy Marvin. The Gamecocks finally hit on the power play. Or sorry, that was Jake Pushkar on the goal.
Wow.
Pushkar from Marvin.
They
finally execute on the power play and take a 4-3 lead. Not even 5 minutes into the final period.
Here we are, Calvin. We said it. Eventually it had to happen on their 6th power play. They do it. They take advantage, and they go up 4-3.
And Jake Pushkar, 2 goals yesterday, 2 goals today. This one to make it 4-3. Last night to win it 4-3. Now can South Carolina keep this lead throughout the remainder of the game and get out of here with a weekend series sweep? We're talking about Pushkar's heroics, but a fantastic setup from Tommy Marvin there.
Fantastic.
Open man. Fans want a tripping call on that. They're not going to get it, though, and I think that's a good no call. Gamecocks staying hot on offense, but they give possession away as Grady fighting for it for UNC. Possession goes back to South Carolina. It's George Clavin. Clavin with not much help. He's going to try and rip a shot. That one deflected off the stick of a Tar Heel defender, and now they're going to blow play dead. The net come off a little bit, maybe? I think it did, yeah. So the net came off a little bit. It's the 3rd time we've seen that tonight. First time on that net on the far side.
Now, Kevin, I don't know about you, but what we're seeing out of Jake Pushkar right now is kind of what we see out of Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, I think Pushkar is playing better this year than Mahomes is playing, and, you know, obviously with some comparison and circumstances. But here's Aiden Dunphy. He rips a shot and he scores! Dunphy finds the top right corner, hits the toy department, and the Gamecocks add another one almost immediately after they took a 4-3 lead. It's 5-3 now.
Aiden Dunphy getting in on the action. This is wild, Calvin. This is wild.
And we've been saying all night UNC's defenders have been helpful offensively, but there's Aiden Dunphy at the top of our defensive roster, ripping a shot. That's his second goal on the season.
And just above 5 minutes into the period, they already scored 2, up 5-3. It's looking great for the Gamecocks right now.
It's a shot at glove side, found that top right corner, pinpoint accuracy from Aiden Dunphy, and that gives the Gamecocks a 2-goal lead. A quarter of the way through the third period, this play is blown dead. And man, it has just been an exciting few minutes from South Carolina. It was an icing on that last play, so we're going to get a deep face-off in their zone. A good opportunity for UNC to try and get some momentum back after allowing a power play goal from Pushkar. Dunphy ripping a shot. Great sequence of events, and kind of similar to last period. I know the folks at home couldn't quite see it because of some technical difficulties, but South Carolina just scoring 2 goals quick to take the lead. And this time, they have a 2-goal cushion, but you know what they say about a 2-goal lead in hockey, Quinn? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's the hardest lead to keep. But we'll see with 14 minutes remaining. As Dunphy going back to work offensively again, and flicks it into the zone, almost knocks over the referee.
Dunphy gets slammed into the glass.
Definitely not as much extracurricular physicality in this period so far, but still seeing a lot of it during the play. As Riccitelli flicks that one off the board for Seamus Murphy. And as soon as I say that, Murphy giving some pushes and some shoves. As Kenny will take it in. For UNC, Kenny fighting for it in the corner. Great defense here from South Carolina. Kenny shoved to the ice. Still fighting for that puck in that corner. It feels like it's just a 3-on-3 fight right now. And finally, UNC comes away with it. Had a man in front of the net, kicked off his stick and goes behind. Colin Reed finally comes in, sweeps it out, and now has a lane here for him. Reed trying to work his way towards the net. I feel like there's got to be a call there. They won't. Feed in front, and it goes just wide. UNC behind the net, able to flick it out of their own zone, kept in by Campbell. They get back on sides and will go back to work, putting some pressure in UNC's zone.
I love it how each player's having their time. Pushkar, Dunphy, Marvin, everyone's having their time, and everyone's putting on this masterclass right now.
You know, just really a big team effort in this final period here. Collaborative play. A Scove rips a shot. That one is covered up and held onto by Ander Andreev. And we can't talk about this game without mentioning Ander Andreev. You know, he didn't play last night, substituting in for Lucas Brown, who had an impressive performance. And Andreev's save percentage might go down a little bit this game, currently 909 heading into it. But he's looked great for this UNC squad. Just, you know, a few short stints where he let in more than one goal, and it might be the difference in this game as South Carolina holds on to a 5-3 lead with 12 minutes remaining. Here's Smith for UNC, trying to find his man across. And that's the beer tower destroyer, Manser, who couldn't grab it. Gamecocks trying to spin around. I do really want to see them just rip some more shots on net, because at this point, Andrew kind of on his toes here, letting in 2 quick ones, maybe a bit shaken. But they continue just trying to set up a perfect feed, a perfect pass, and I think a big compliment is to the UNC defense, who does a great job at swarming the puck. And a great play there by Marchesi working his way in. He's going to flick that behind the net. It'll go into the near corner. Finelli giving chase with O'Shaughnessy. Feed in front, nobody's home. It goes to UNC. Able to be kept in by DuBois. Shot off of the stick of a Tar Heel defender, and it will go out of play. 11:32 remaining in this period. We're going to get changes from both teams. South Carolina looking like they're putting in their Their starting defense, we have Marvin and Bonsukin in there. Clavin taking the face off for the Gamecocks. He can't win it, goes UNC's way. They regain possession. Past neutral ice, now into South Carolina zone. He rips a shot that goes just wide of the net and behind the round. Clavin has it kind of by himself right now. Not a lot of help down there for him. Clavin trying to work his way forward. But now an opportunity here. Backhand shot covered up and saved. Great play there by Ander Andreev, able to scoop that one up. But a really nice opportunity there for Savario Marcella. We've been saying his name a lot tonight. He's been very active despite not finding his way to the back of the net yet. Face-off goes UNC's way. It shot out like a rocket into the corner. But now an opportunity for Van Molen. He rips a quick shot. That one saved by Andreev off his blocker. Clavin and Van Molen fighting for it in the corner. Really great effort here for Van Molen. Still fighting for that puck. It's still up in the air. It's still up for grabs. Clavin had it for a moment, lost it. Now sent into the corner by Marcella. Feed in front, but a good defensive effort by UNC. 10:36 remaining in this period. They're just trying to get out of their zone. South Carolina been relentless on offense these past few minutes. Feed in front, they score again! A great setup in front, and Tommy Marvin nets the goal for South Carolina. What went from being down by a goal, tied it up, scored too quick, took the lead, tied up going into this period, and South Carolina has scored 3 straight. Courtesy of Tommy Marvin.
Wild turn of events here. They are now, from being tied 3-3, they are now up 6-3 in just a matter of minutes.
Insane how quickly this game has just flipped upside down. And you can tell these boys are tired. UNC's just been fighting all night. There's only so many times you can find your way to the penalty box before it comes to bite you in the tail. And now South Carolina with a substantial amount of momentum here.
I mean, if you ask me, I wouldn't even have known they played a game last night. I mean, this is just relentless.
Exactly. Aiden Dunphy comes in, grabs that. Loses it for a moment. Winkleblatt comes and scoops it up, and now UNC gets possession. They have an open man. Shot ripped and off the stick of, can't quite see who that was. That was Seamus Murphy. So good job there by Murphy, able to keep his stick on the ground, block the shot. Once again, the Gamecocks just back in there on offense, under 10 minutes remaining to play. Murphy with it in the corner. He's fighting for the puck, tangled up there with a Tar Heel defender. Fighting for it at the blue lines, Aiden Dunphy looking Murphy's way. He can't get it. Now the Gamecocks will regroup. And that might be a trip. That is a trip, yeah. That's textbook right there. Can't even really argue that one. UNC penalty. Let's see who they call it on. It looks like it's going to be on number 5, Jack Sangster. Oh, no, maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is now. They're taking their time to put someone in the box. Okay, I might have been mistaken. Oh, never mind. No, there is a penalty. It's just a matter of, oh, it's going to be on the Gamecocks. Okay, I was way wrong about that. I thought that was clear as day tripping. But instead, it's going to be a power play for UNC. Guys, I promise I know what I'm talking about, even if it doesn't sound like it right now. So O'Shaughnessy's going to be in the face-off circle for UNC with an opportunity to get some momentum back their way, trailing by 3 with 9:21 remaining. A power play here. It's only their 3rd of the game and their 2nd true one. As South Carolina attempts to clear, broken up at the blue line by Smith.
There goes the tower again.
And yeah, that whole tower's gone now. Only 2 cans remain, and I don't even think they're going to try and rebuild it this time. So UNC will go back to work on offense as South Carolina cleared. Smith has O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy, pass across, broken up in front. And that was Marchesi getting his stick there. Puck goes out of play. Referees blow the play dead. And now we have a minute 26 remaining on the penalty. Oh, man, this has been a fun one. Fun period. Really, I think right here, though, it is do or die for UNC. If they can't find a way to net a goal in this minute 26.
It really is. You know, down 3, 8:47 left. They have to, on this power play right here, I feel like this is their time to capitalize. It just has to be.
So the face-off won by the Tar Heels. Ma had it for a moment. Now feet across to an open man, working his way in. Stop, turn. Slowing the play down. Has an open Ma at the blue line. He rips it in the corner for Smith. Pass in front. He had the shot and just couldn't hit it. And that was Zakowski there, trying to go top right corner and just punched it a bit wide. And this one trickles all the way back to Andrew O'Shaughnessy fighting for it. Enzo Finelli in there, using his body against the Tar Heel captain. And UNC will try and regroup, put together one good final push in this power play as Ma loses possession for a moment. Hilton scoops it up. Ma, back to Hilton. Will Hilton back to Ma. Feet in front, taken away by Aiden Dunphy, and now an opportunity for him here, a 2-on-2. He rips a shot that was broken up by the Tar Heel defender. But just immense pressure, Aiden Dunphy.
I mean, almost a one-on-one right there.
Yeah, and they slammed a man against the boards. Ma with an opportunity here. He tries to send it towards the net, lost the puck. 5 seconds remain on this power play. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Aiden Dunphy take a bow. What an immense effort from him on that penalty kill. And now here's Colin Reed with an open shot. He scores! Colin Reed sneaks past the defensive line, one-on-one with the goalie, and goes top shelf to make it 7-3 in this final period.
I mean,
that was a pretty shot.
I mean, I'm just lost for words at this point. 7-3 right now? Still 7 minutes to go?
I mean,
this is wild. This is amazing.
The narrative of this game is just completely turned upside down. We came in expecting it to be a gritty final period, and South Carolina said, nah, it's our state. We own the Carolina name. And they've been proving it tonight. 4 goals in this period, all from different players.
And just no let-up at all. Coming out third quarter right away, 2 right away, just no let-up.
Yeah, there's been a beautiful effort from this Cock hockey squad. As we get some chance from the fans here. Andre falls down to make the stop. 6:56 remaining in this period. You know, the Gamecocks, doesn't matter what the score is, they're never going to take the foot off the gas offensively, as we see.
And it's almost like
some pressure on
every time they have the puck, they could act, and almost every time they have it, it seems like they're going to score.
Yeah,
it just comes to that.
They just look polished right now. And that's what UNC does as we see the man tumble to the ice. Good heads-up play in neutral ice by Angelo Castignano. And someday I'm going to hit him up and ask him how to say his name, because I'm sure I'm not saying it right. Jeremiah Campbell. A nice play, get possession South Carolina's way. He dumps into UNC zone, holds him off for a second. And just a bit too far in front of Kodesh. Able to keep it in. Kodesh with an opportunity in front. It bounces off his stick, goes behind the net. And Bonsukin will hit it up for Pushkar. Bit too much oomph on that pass. It'll go behind the net. Pushkar fighting for it. UNC on South Carolina's tail in the offensive zone. Can't get a shot off. They keep it in, though, as Manser shot in front, blocked away by Tommy Marvin. Marvin fighting for the puck in the corner. They're really trying to set something up in front of the net, but Pushkar was all over that one. Get it out of their defensive zone. And UNC will have to regroup with just over 5 minutes remaining in this game. Really just a crazy sequence of events, a complete turnaround. And we were trying to push a narrative, and South Carolina pushed their own. Now under 5 minutes remaining in the game, Kai Bonsukin had possession for a moment. Now he gets back to him. Great way to reverse the field of play. A shot for Bonsukin. That shot off the stick of Andrew, even out of play. And man, I really am just curious what happened in between the second and third period that all of UNC's momentum was depleted and South Carolina just came out firing on all cylinders.
That's what I'm wondering too. I don't know what the switch was, but it's just been really one-sided at this point.
I mean, maybe a great speech from the head coach. Maybe Push Carr rallied the squad. Not quite sure, but whatever it was, it worked, and they got to do it every game for every period. Outscoring UNC 4-0 in this period. They led 3-2 in the second, let up a goal, so it was even up at 3 apiece. Great job there by Tamoyan to knock it out of the air and get it away from in front of the net. Smith tries to rip a shot. He misses, and that's going to trickle out of the offensive zone. Van Molen with some chase. Trying to get to the puck. That's going to go over the head of pretty much everybody but Kai Bonsukin. Trying to hit Clavin there. Wasn't a pretty pass, and it'll go back to UNC's zone. They have possession. Flicks it up the ice. Has a man, O'Shaughnessy, the captain of this squad, trying to leave a drop pass. Just got a bit too fancy there. And a good push here from the Gamecocks offensively as they have 2 men in front fighting for the puck. Van Molen kept possession. If he just dropped it off for a second, I think Reed could come in and scored that, but Du Bois works with it now at his own blue line. Feeding it up. He was looking for Marcella there. And UNC will regroup with 3:30 remaining. Smith. Flat pass in neutral ice, taken away by Winkleblack. Carson Stickley to Winkleblack, back to Stickley. Stickley with a nice move there, taken away by the North Carolina defender. It was Nick Gringa. Grady, flat shot off the pad of Tyler Tamoyan. And a good feed up the ice. Working his way into Seamus Murphy. He lost possession of the puck. It'll go UNC's way. Pass off the boards. Goes to Cauber. And now here's Grady. Drop pass for Gringa. He sends it in behind the net. Over to Grady. Backhand pass off the boards. Now at the blue line, they have an open Cambage on the other side. He rips a shot, and it goes right into the glove of Tyler Tamoyan. Yeah, really not much to say other than South Carolina has checked every single box this period. They
just the dominance.
Completely dominant. So 2:31 remaining in this period. Unless the incredibly unfortunate happens for the Gamecocks, which, I mean, we've already seen a horrible comeback against one of our teams today. Looks like they're going to get out of here with a victory.
I mean, this has been the dominance of this game. Even after coming to the third period, it's just been goal after goal after goal after goal. There's just been no let up. It's just been straight relentless.
And a great play there by Andrew, able to come up and knock that one out with a good poke check. So with a win today, South Carolina would sweep this weekend series in the battle for the Carolinas. Their next game is next weekend here against Coastal Carolina. So that'll be an interesting weekend. Coastal Carolina in hockey on Friday, and then Coastal Carolina in football on Saturday.
That's right.
And Quinn, if we lose that one, I might have to transfer.
Honestly, I have to. Bro, like,
it's been an incredibly disappointing football season.
I mean, 3-7, just lost to A&M. If that happens, then I don't even know.
Really, a loss can't. I'd rather get blown out than how this squad lost today. South Carolina hockey, the only thing keeping me in good spirits as they just hook a shot towards the net and it's covered up. But no, it was a rough day to be a Gamecock. This has definitely made me feel a bit better.
Hey, but you know what, Calvin? I'm not gonna lie. The offense first half looked amazing. If we have that,
everything looked amazing the first half.
If we have that for Coastal and Clemson, it's gonna look good.
I mean, I think the firing of Shula is definitely a very important piece to the puzzle. A lot to figure out on this squad. And, Clavin just gets slammed down to the ice. I'm sure that didn't feel good. But I'm curious to see what happens in the future for this squad as Kodesh rips a shot to Moyen. hangs on to that one. We'll get a deep face-off. But, we're having discussions about, people saying Beamer should be on the hot seat after the game today, whether you want to blame him or the coaching staff, but it is the staff that he's brought on, and a lot of people are getting tired of it. I personally don't think it's time to let Beamer go, but what are your thoughts on that, Quinn?
Yeah, me either. I don't think it's time to let him go. Beamer ball, I feel like it's here to stay for a while. I just don't feel like it's his time to be let go yet.
North Carolina rips a shot, and they score. So the fat lady isn't singing just yet. North Carolina takes advantage of an open man in front. Tomoyan lets in his first goal since halfway through the second period. And we have a 7-4 game, so don't count out UNC just yet. We're talking about how this game's over, and they said still give us a chance. Minute 26, 3 goals. Whether or not they pull the goalie is truly decisive on if they feel they can get back in this game. I personally would pull the goalie. No reason not to.
Just for this last minute, 24 seconds, I would love to see South Carolina just keep the foot on the gas and just keep it up.
UNC takes advantage of a fallen defender. They rip a shot that goes wide and over the net. Goes all the way back into their own zone. Good job there by Carolina, able to keep it North Carolina's way. And I think that really is just what they need to do. It doesn't matter if you're ripping shots, just keep it in their zone. As Carson Stickley has it, he sends this one towards the net, and that is covered up by Ander Andreev. So with a loss today, Andreev will fall to a 1-5 win-loss record on the season. Not what you want to see from your backup goalie. I'm sure Lucas Brown, the starter there, but he's only a sophomore, and I think for a sophomore with 2 years left to develop,
I see potential.
I see a lot of potential from Andreev. I don't think this game was his fault in the slightest. Just a lot of really nice shots from the Gamecocks. As O'Shaughnessy. Under a minute now remaining in the game. And the Gamecocks will just send this into UNC's corner. Stickley down there giving some pressure. Now a takeaway here. He rips a quick shot and a good pad save by Ander Andreev. Pye will send it out of UNC's zone. Jeremiah Campbell will hold on to it. Oh, and that was almost an own goal. As we have under 10 seconds remaining, Pye has it. Stickley knocks it away. A play fitting to his name. He rips it into the corner, and that is gonna do it. The South Carolina Gamecocks sweep the UNC Tar Heels this weekend. A 7-4 victory today here at the Plex. And what an impressive victory today here, Quinn.
What a game. 7-4. This is just straight dominance all around. Obviously there's always things you got to work on, but truthfully, this was just relentless all the way through. This was a vengeance game for UNC. And South Carolina said, no, we're not doing that. We own the Carolinas. They came out and played hard, and they got the job done.
Absolutely. And we talked about it throughout the third period. We came in with this narrative. It's going to be a hard-fought, next team to score will probably win by 1 goal type of third period with the amount of aggressiveness and physicality we've seen throughout the game. And then South Carolina flipped the script, turned the table, scored 4 unanswered, and then UNC able to net one with about a minute 20 remaining. And a 7-4 victory really doesn't get much more impressive than that.
It is not. What a game. What an honor to be in the booth with you.
Absolutely.
What an entertaining game.
Oh, wow. we got a post-game fight here. Okay. We got some free action here, ladies and gentlemen. Refs trying to break it up. Colin Reed in the mix with Smith from UNC. Helmets are off. Gloves are off.
Just when you
we
thought.
We still got some action going here.
Just when you thought the fights were over, you're in for another one.
Oh, man, it has just been that type of chippy, physical day. No penalties assessed to that. We're trying to see who was in on the. That was Kai Bonsukin. Really getting physical. And now it's still just a lot of smack being talked, but wow. What a fun game. A great victory for this squad. Congratulations to them. UNC, have a fun trip back up to Chapel Hill. Say hi to Bill Belichick for me. Thank you for joining us here on SGTV, and we will see you next time. South Carolina wins 7-4.